My Tusk Dual Sport kit just showed up. Hoping that's what this is. So I'm in the garage, getting all ready to throw it all onto here. So, and joining me in the garage today is this little thing. Say hi. Say hi. Are you in the garage today? Yeah. So, she's a good little baby. She comes in the garage with Daddy and works on motorcycles. So let's just see what all comes in this kit. There we go. In the box, you get some free toilet paper. Yep, that's always nice to have. Looks like you get your rear brake light dealio. Little mount back there. And I'm getting a YZ rear fender, so that'll be nice. You get a mirror. That's not what that is. That's a bunch of wires. That's what that is. You get your headlight switch and turn signal switch. I've actually had one of these before. They're kind of cool. Oh, this one doesn't have the indicator light. The other one I had a light on the top that told you when your high beams run. Oh no, it's there. Debatable. We'll see about that. You get a nice kill switch. I mean, I already have a kill switch, but you get another one. A LED flasher. So I'm guessing this is what do you want to call it? LEDs need them. When I remember, I'll put it on the video. You get, oh, these are the recessed turn signals. Man, that's a big kit for 150 bucks. You get a horn. I already have a horn, but you get a horn. Anybody needs a horn, let me know. I have a Tusk horn. You get a dual sport mirror. This one's a left hand. Dang it, I already have a left hand. Oh well. I have an ace for this right hand. Pressure switch. Some brakes, okay. Pressure switch and your front turn signal doodads. Fun. And that's all that comes in the box besides the instructions. So I will get on this. So I'm just wrapping up my install of the Tusk Dual Sport conversion kit. I thought I'd do a little, maybe give a little help if I can. So first of all, just to explain kind of how the kit works, it doesn't work with your bike's pre-existing wiring. It's fairly plug and play, but the whole kit is self-contained, if that makes sense. So it comes with a main wiring harness. And probably the hardest part of installing it is you got to get that main wiring harness, from up in the front, and you got to get it all the way to the back. So what I did was I pulled the tank, pulled the seat, pulled the shrouds. I basically tore it, down to that point. Then I hooked up the switch and the on-off switch and got it all tucked in there. And then I ran it, you probably see right there, I ran that wire, and I need to zip tie that up a little better, but I just ran it down there in between the frame and the tank all the way back, ran right along the subframe right here, and then basically the way the whole kit is powered is just it goes onto the battery. You have your negative and positive on the battery, and that's how the whole kit gets power. Then I drilled a hole in the back of the fender. You can see it. Right? Come on, camera. Yeah, you can see right there, all my wires are going into there. So Yeah, it's pretty easy no matter what bike it is. At first I thought it plugged into my bike's wiring that it already has, but it's not quite that simple. So you got to run that main wiring harness and then you're good to go. And then it has this on-off switch. That's, when you flip that on, that means your whole lighting system is on. And then, you know, everything works. I think these LEDs are pretty trick because when you flip it on, the end comes on, and then that part flashes. I think that's cool. They're super bright LEDs. I mounted them up there because I thought it'd look a little bit more factory. Man, I gotta get my fingers out of the picture. I thought it'd look a little bit more factory being up there. Some people mount them right there in the plastic. I think that looks a little bit tacky. So I actually just drilled holes. There's already a metal bracket right there. It's a real tight fit. So I drilled those holes. Ordered the kit in. Came with the mirror. Came with a horn. I put the horn. You can probably see it. There's 2 bolts right down here. So I put the horn through one of those bolts and the flasher relay through the other. And it needs that relay because they're LEDs. I'm super excited. So I just wrapped up the rear turn signals. They're all routed. It's all attached. Basically, you gotta drill a little hole through your license plate bracket. Ugh. Come on, camera. There it is. Rode it through. I ran it through for about 3 inches, and then I ran it back up onto the top so the tire couldn't catch it. And then the front I got them all zip tied. Right there I got a zip tie, and then it's running through that hole. And then I'll show you so with the seat removed, you're gonna have all this little bit of wiring harness to tuck in. And then here's how the whole thing powers. Just 2 wires on the battery. And that's the only real way that the electronics on the Tusk kit connect to the bike. Just right there. Other than that, it's the same for any bike you put this on. I didn't want to drill holes in my plate because I know you can get hassled for that. So it's all mounted up. So yeah, I just took an old plate, an old license plate, an Arizona plate, and I drilled holes in it. Stuck some washers. Then attached my plate on top of that old plate. You can see it down there. And kind of flush mounted those screws. You know, I used these, let me find you a screw. I used these tapered screws, and I made the holes for just slightly smaller, so it just kind of sucks the edge on. And there it is. So I didn't have to buy a bracket or anything. If you got an old license plate, that's a cheap bracket. There's the bike. All street legal and whatnot. The Tusk kit. I think it looks pretty good. I ordered in a YZ fender that'll just go straight up, so I kind of made the angle on these go down so that when it pulls up it'll look straight. Yeah. Street legal. Got a Trail Tech Vapor. Alright.